Hello and welcome to a Sunday morning meetup in which I discuss books to read. A is for adventure. Before I begin, I need to discuss something that came up in the comments section on my last video in this series. Armin the Reader very kindly pointed out that absurdism is not a genre, and strictly speaking, according to the strict letter of the law, he's absolutely right. Absurdism is a theme in literature. So, for the avoidance of future disagreement on what a genre is or is not, we will ignore any labels from now on. In this series of books to read, I may be discussing genres, themes, categories, kinds, sorts, types, and styles of literature. Having got that out of the way, I would ask Armin and every viewer to embrace the spirit of this project and to engage with the books and to make constructive suggestions for further reading for the advantage of all viewers. So now let us discuss books to read. A is for adventure. Adventure literature is characterized by action in which the protagonist usually takes a risky turn, which leads to desperate situations, including explosions, fight scenes, daring escapes, etc. Action and adventure are usually categorized together, sometimes even as action-adventure, because they have much in common. Also, adventure stories usually include unknown settings and characters with prized properties or features. For instance, the James Bond series, which has both action and adventure, is set in exotic locations with usually rich and powerful megalomaniacs who want to rule the world, and James, with his array of technological gadgets and extraordinary abilities to survive, usually saves himself and the world. In Dr. No by Ian Fleming, James Bond is dispatched by M to investigate the mysterious disappearance of MI6's Jamaica station chief, and Bond was expecting a holiday in the sun. But when he discovers a deadly centipede placed in his hotel room, the vacation is over. On this island, all suspicious activity leads inexorably to Dr. Julius No, a reclusive megalomaniac with steel pincers for hands. To find out what the good doctor is hiding, 007 must enlist the aid of local fisherman Quarrel and alluring beachcomber Honeychar Ryder. Together they will combat a local legend the natives call the Dragon, before Bond alone must face the most punishing test of all, an obstacle course designed by the sadistic Dr. No himself, that measures the limits of the human body's capacity for agony. Will Bond escape? Of course he does. An adventure is an event or series of events that happen outside the course of the protagonist's ordinary life, usually accompanied by danger, often by physical action. Adventure stories almost always move quickly, and the pace of the plot is at least as important as characterization, setting, and other elements of a creative work. Charles Dickens' novel A Tale of Two Cities, whatever else it is, can be thought of as an adventure novel because the protagonists are in constant danger of being imprisoned or killed. A Tale of Two Cities is Dickens' greatest historical novel and traces the private lives of a group of people caught up in the cataclysm of the French Revolution and the Terror. Human suffering, self-sacrifice, and redemption are some of the themes that Dickens explores in this thrilling novel. An adventure story is also about a protagonist who journeys to epic or distant places to accomplish something. It can have many other elements included within it, because it is a very open type of story. The protagonist has a mission and faces obstacles to get to their destination. A good example of this is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, in which the hero's situation is fraught with danger. Jim Hawkins, who is the main narrator of the novel, travels on the Hispaniola to Treasure Island along with Long John Silver and his band of cutthroats. Jim escapes one danger after another in an exciting tale of pirates, buried treasure and daring do. An adventure story can also include spy fiction, a story about a secret agent, a spy, or military personnel member who is sent on a secret espionage mission. Usually they are equipped with special gadgets that prove useful during the mission, and they have special training in things such as unarmed combat or computer hacking. They may or may not work for a specific government. Adventure novels in the spy category may also be thrillers. The 39 Steps by John Buchan is a spy thriller. It is also a seminal chase thriller containing rapid action and vivid writing. Recently returned from South Africa, adventurer Richard Hannay is bored with life. After a chance encounter with an American who informs him of an assassination plot, the American is then promptly murdered in Hannay's London flat. After finding the corpse in his flat, Hannay becomes the obvious suspect and is forced to go on the run because he unwittingly becomes involved in a plot by spies to precipitate war and subvert British naval power. He heads north to his native Scotland, fleeing the police and his enemies. The resourceful victim of the manhunt, he is pursued by both the police and the ruthless conspirators. Hannay must therefore keep his wits about him if he is to warn the government before all is too late. Other authors who have written adventure novels include Sir Walter Scott, Alexandre Dumas, Jules Verne, H. Rider Haggard, Victor Hugo, and Baroness Orczy, among several others. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite adventure novel is. And now, here is a quick recap, and I'll be back on Thursday with my October month-end wrap-up.